All right, so Sunday, 1638, 18 seconds here, 2023, 8th month, August 20th day. Now I'm just going to play around and whatever happens. It's called spontaneous improvisation. There's no plans. China. Or Asia. That's Asia. That's Japan, China. Predominantly Asia. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Western music. Western chords. 3 notes. Asian music. 2-note chords. Like Judas Priest unleashed in the East. What? I bring Julia's priestess. No leash in the West. That's the girl energy, or the law energy. Because the law, from what I have seen is that the law represents the girl energy. And it's very obvious to me that the legalism, which represents the king or the boy energy, it's very obvious to me looking back in his story, looking back at his story, that mostly all the women are the ones that are getting cremated by the men. And it's always the women that have the children. So the children get cremated too by the legal king. So when I say that the law represents the girl energy, it's very obvious to me that the law represents the girl energy. Because the boy energy, the legal boy energy, or the legal king energy, always steps all over the girl and tells the girl, "You better do what I tell you to do, or I'm gonna hurt you." And then then the legal king energy also tells the children, "You also better do what I tell you to do, or I'm gonna hurt you." And this is predominant in the Western, or the Bible, the New Testament, the Bible. And in the New Testament Bible it says, "Women, obey your husbands and submit to your husbands." But I'm here to say that that's just some book that some boy wrote, some bully wrote. That's a book some bully wrote, and trained all the children and the women. Women are children, and then girl children grow up to be, mature girls or women, so to speak. So all the children are chained with that religious book that they better submit to the legal king, or else they're going to be shunned. But I'm here to say that the legal king is has not matured yet. Actually, the legal king is still a little boy, not grown up. And so, that's where the girl energy or the law comes in. Once the girl energy has grown up, then the girl energy shares with the legal boy or the bully to help the legal boy bully to grow up. But it has to be from a non-forceful position. But sometimes it is necessary, for the girl energy to assert itself. Especially when it's being stepped on. And to let the child know, hey, it's time for a nipple. You need a feeding. You probably, if you're throwing a fit because you're probably hungry, you need a feeding. Sometimes. It's not always that way. But, so it's not a shameful thing to be stuck in the legal boy king world history mode. It's not a shameful thing. It's actually the most wonderful thing, because that's the best place to start to grow. and really kind of the only place to start to grow. Going to the 6. I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. That's the 1 chord, and then the 2, and then melodizing the chord with the free hand. hand's going wherever it wants. And this hand's just following a pattern. The same thing over and over again. Now I'm going to go to the 6. To the 4. To the 6. To the 4. Back to the 1. This is usually how popular radio music is played. It's usually the same patterns over and over. And I can always hold any chord as long as I want. That's the beauty with the lawful side to music. Which isn't really taught very much in the legal universities. To be able to tell someone that they can hold court as long as they want, hold a chord as long as they want. In other words, they get to have a decision what they want to happen. That's really not very much brought in the legal universities at all. In the music field, or for any field for that matter. Back to the 1. To the 6. To the 4. To the 6 again. Back to the 4. To the 5. And the 5 is always known as the hold the note longer than usual. And the 5 always leads and anticipates the 1. See? And usually when the 1 is held for a long time, once again, it usually signifies the end to the song or to the movement. To the movement. For the most part. Legally speaking. And everyone claps. Or they hurrah or shout or put their girlfriends on their shoulders and she shows her tits in appreciation. This is a 1, 3, 6, 5. Actually wanted to play the 4. The 1, 4, 6, 5. Very popular chord progression for any radio song. Then a change in the song. I think I'll play a 2. I played the 2, the 3, and the 4. I think I'll go back to the other part, to the rat wheel, and play the rat wheel part. get out of the rat wheel, I just play any other of the, the 7 chords, 7 notes, 7 musical notes. So I was stuck in the 1-4-6-5 rat wheel as an example. I don't have to be stuck in it. I'm just using that as an example. Sometimes it's nice to be stuck in something. It isn't always a bad thing. So anyway, after I played the 1-4-6-5, then I decided to jump out of the rat wheel. And I'm gonna play the 2 and the 3, and just go back and forth between the 2 and the 3 like this, and just play any notes with the right hand. So it'd be like this. If I wanted to just play this back and forth as long as I want, because I'm enjoying the vibrations. I hear dun. It might be a 5. Yeah, it is. It's a 5. Which is the pre-climax note, which is usually held for a long time in anticipation to the 1. Now I could sit here and I could throw a Bach, like Bach and Beethoven, to throw a Bach at the pitcher's mound. It'd be like a fake out. Is this the end of the song? What the hell? Everyone's clapping. But it's not really the end of the song. I'm just holding it however I want to hold it. And then those that are in the audience clapping, they might go, "Oh shit, I feel like a fool. I clapped too early." But then you'd have some of those more people that are more secure. They'd kind of say to themselves and say, "Oh well, so I clapped. Big deal. I still feel secure." And then there's all the different angles in between or outside it. I could go back to playing the rest of the song, the rat wheel part. While I hold this 1 chord with the right hand. at the end of the song? Could be. Why do I still have fingers on the instrument ready to play again? I could jump to the 2. This is a 4 to a 5/6. Adding melody any way I want with the right hand. So where do I want to go after this 5? Well, if I want to, I could go back to the 1 because I'm quite proficient and trained, and I can anticipate it. I already hear it, what's coming up. I already see it. I already know it. I'm very proficient from going to the 5 to the 1 for the most part, in all the movements in music. Because that is the predominant musical movement in all Western music. All Western music, the predominant musical movement is always the 5 to the 1. The 5 to the 1. So here I am. Actually, I'm on the 4. After the 4 is the 5. Back to the 4. 5. 4. 5. Play it again. I feel like playing it again. That's the 4. I'm also familiar with jumping from the 4 back to the 1 also. Because in Western music, the 3 most predominant chords played were quartz, crystal, quartz, county quartz, district quartz, federal quartz, chords, musical chords, universal energy. The 3 most dominant chords are the 1, the 4, and the 5. There's the 1, the 4, the 5, the 1. Also goes back to the 1. 1, 1, here's 6. Simplifying everything by just playing all the white keys any way I want. And usually the easiest way to play white keys is just to play one right after the other, like this. As I hit the chord. There's the 4 chord. There's the 6 chord. Once I get past that, I can go to other, move around different places. I'm just saying that predominantly it's easiest just to play one white note after the other on the piano when any chord is played. And I can repeat it and start anywhere I want and follow the same thing. Go slow or fast. I hear it. There's the 6 right there. So I'm just going back and forth between the 4 and the 6. Once again, this would be represents the lawful hand. It moves around freely as it wants. It really doesn't enjoy being told what to do. But it can play the legal game. Because that's the dominant force in the system for now. But it's not so dominant like it used to be. Now this note right here is a 3 note that I'm playing while I'm holding the 4 note, or the 4 chord. I'm actually in the mood to go back to the 6. There it is. While I'm holding this 3 note, just repeating it over and over. Going back between the 4 and the 6 in a more slower mood. There's the 3 again, it's just an octave. It's higher 3 on the piano. There's the set of 2 black keys, the set of 3 black keys, and it repeats again. The set of 2, the set of 3. The set of 2, the set of 3. So here's the 4, there's the 6, 3, 3, 3. So I can sing the 3. While the 4 is playing. Da, 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 da. While the melody starts saying. Actually, that was what the heck was going on? What was I playing? Doesn't matter. See, now if I wanted to be legal with it, I could get stuck on it. Like, oh my God, I got to figure out where. But bringing in some lawfulness, I learned just to flow with the energy. So I'm going back and forth between a 4 and a 3. While I'm repeating the 3 note. Oh, I missed the 3 note. And I hit the 2 note instead of the 3 note. Yeah, so I missed it. Now I'm going to purposely play the 1 note while the 4 chord is playing. That was a 6, 5, 4. 6, 5, 4, 4, 4. With the 1 playing here on the right hand. So where do I want to go after this? Well, I've got 7 chords to choose from. I can go anywhere I want. I think I'll experiment and see what the 2 sounds like while this one is playing. So now I'm just getting used to what it sounds like together. So I can sing the 3, 5, 7, 1. Because that's the 3 notes in the 3 chord. 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. And a lot of singers just sing this way. They just sing the chords and the melody note. 3, 5, 7. So that would be a 1, 2, 1, 7, 1, 7, while the 3, 5, 7 is playing. Now I'm just playing anything that I'm feeling. Usually a lot of what I'm feeling, sometimes if I'm, feeling pressured that I have to go somewhere, that I have to play a certain chord, if I'm feeling that pressure, I'll just rest right here and just play around in the rest right here. And usually that's a wonderful place to get to the next place. That's what I hear now. Dun, dun. So I'm always looking to improve in relationship sounds and see if I can actually hit the sound that the body feels that wants to play. So there it is. There it is. So I'm going back and forth between the 3 and the 6. That's the note that I heard. I missed it though. That's the note that I heard. That's a 3 note, while the 6 note is playing. Da, 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 which is the sixth chord, which is comprised also the 6, the 1, and the 3. So there's a pleasantry there, and those are played together. Any note that's in the chord, with the chord, or with the quartz, the chord, or the quartz, or the quartz, or the energy, any note within the energy, predominantly in the culture, in trained culture, predominantly, there's a pleasantry there that's enjoyed. So here's a 3 being played with a 6 chord, because a 6 chord is comprised the 6, 3, or the 6, 1, 3. So it sounds pleasant together. Now, if I was to play the 6 with the 6 chord, pleasantry. It's very pleasant to hear. Now, if I was to play the 1 also with the 6th chord, because the 6th chord is comprised the 6, 1, 3. There it is. There's the 6, 3, 1. Six, 3, 6. That's a high. And then there it is. And then the 6. That one's easier to sing, within the range, more comfortable. Unless I get more training under the belt, so to speak. Then I can hit them high notes way the hell up there. More training under the belt. Just enjoying that 6th note, that 6th chord, the 6th district court, the 6th crystal. Just soaking the energy up. Vibration is also food. That's why predominantly, a lot of living organisms like music. It's food. Vibration's food. The 4 wanted to play. is this the end to the song? Or the end to the movement? Could be if I wanted it to be. I could sit here and I could think, what is it that I'm feeling? So, am I feeling that I need some rest? Am I feeling that I need some more vibrations from a different note angle? And sometimes I'll just experiment and just play anything and see what happens. Woo! Ah! That one hit. I was looking at that too. The two was just looking at me. We were looking at each other like, I think we need to meet. That's the 2 arpeggio. Here comes the east. Ah, just out of nowhere. The gong is struck out of nowhere. These are notes outside the box, outside the key. The gong is struck. This is a universal principle. A note outside the usual. Something that's struck outside the usual. It's a universal principle. That's what the gong represents. The gong. Because it's not always in the same key. It's just any subject, anything brought up, anytime. The gong. That's what the gong represents. How dare you say that? How dare you dance like that? How dare you? You know, it could come across that way, you know. People interpret, you know, living organisms interpret anything any way they want. You know, it could also be, wow, that's cool, or wow, that's wonderful, or I'm feeling perplexed, or all the different emotions that the gong represents. The gong, the new note, the new subject, the new song out of nowhere. It's not the usual. That's the gong. So I'm sitting here, I'm wondering, wow, I just missed the drum beat. I could think to myself, God, I'm such a fool. I missed the drum beat. I didn't play exactly what was supposed to be played on the musical score. I forgot it. How dare me? But that's the law that comes in. The law says it's rest. Rest. Rest and enjoy. Rest and enjoy. Embrace what looks like a mistake. Embrace what looks like a mistake. Embrace it. Because it could lead to something wonderful and beautiful. Or sometimes something ugly. Sometimes something ugly is wonderful. Sometimes ugly is needed. I'll just play a 6 out of nowhere and just play any melody note on with it. I almost said on top of it. With it. Just play any melody note with it. I was hoping that it would be the same note, but it wasn't the same note. So I'm just getting used to the new sound. Ah, that was the same one. Ooh, what was that? That was the gong. That's the wrong note you played there. You need to be punished. The gong has struck. That's East and West coming together. Asia. That includes Russia, India, Japan, the Philippines, all those Eastern nations. And then in the West, there's America, Canada, Mexico. And then in the middle, it's called also the West for some reason, but it's actually in the middle. That would be Germany, London, England, France, all those nations over there, Israel, Iraq, Pakistan, Iran. And then Australia's off somewhere. Australia, I think, is more on the east. Well, then there's Africa and South America. But it's only called that because someone decided to call it, you know. It could be just as well that the West could be the East, and the East could be the West. You know, just because someone says it's so doesn't mean it's so. Just because I was taught certain things as a child doesn't mean it's so. Those are just things I was taught as a child. But then as I grew up, I learned other things. So this is a 6th note. I think I shall play the 3. And then end it on the 6. This would be the 6. And I could keep going on and on and on and on. But as it is like this, the way culture is, you know, I was trained to be worn out and I have to have rest. Legally speaking, I have to have rest. Because that's the way I was predominantly trained, to be legal and wear the self out. Otherwise, I could play forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. That would be the law. That's the law coming in forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Anyway, pull a finger.